Hey, World of Tanks players, welcome back. Here you've got me and the T110E5. I've got an ace tanker with high caliber gameplay for you here. The T110E5 is of course the American Tier 10 heavy tank, or one of the two American Tier 10 heavy tanks. This is the one that's generally considered to have more reliable armor and sustained firepower, since the T57 heavy has an autoloader. I am not a good T110E5 driver. I'm just going to be very blunt. Of course, when you watch this game, you would think I'm a pro. So, we're on Abbey. It's a full Tier 10 match, nothing but Tier 10s on both sides, and very early I get annoyed by this 113 driver. He was kind of pushing me from behind, and then he kind of blocks me out right here, which prevents my forward progress, and I kind of get pissed and fire my gun off at him, and I shouldn't have done that. But, you know what? Whatever. For a minute I thought he was going to shoot back at me. But anyway, coming up onto the ridge, this side of the map is where most of your heavy tanks, especially with gun depression, will tend to want to fight. If you don't have gun depression, you want to stay on the lower level on the one line. If you have gun depression, you can move up through the hills pretty well. T110E5's got very good armor, though it's not incredible, it's very good. It has a very accurate gun in this 120mm with good DPM. And right off the bat, I snap one into the Object 140, give him a bloody nose, back him up, bounce the shot from the 48, M48A5 Patton, I should say. And it's what always happens in Tier 10 games. You get the waiting game. Tier 10 games tend to be either very fast-paced or very slow-paced. It seems like everyone tries to be very patient. That 277 got ahead of his guys a little bit, and our guys hit him once or twice. Oh, there comes T62A. I plant one through his front, catch him on fire, which he puts out with an automatic extinguisher. Obviously, it happened way too fast. Alright, I decide it's time to advance, and the reason... Let me explain. I did not do this just because I was being aggressive. My Object 277 and Jagdpanzer E100 are pushing down the one line. I knew that they were going to put some pressure on those medium tanks, and that was my chance to move up. T62A is running for dear life. The T62A, and I realized I had the rear of this 277, so I move up, put one into his back, eat a shot with my track from the Patton, fix it, and pull back. That T62A, well, that shot was a bad shot. I should not have put that into the turret. I kind of rushed it a little bit. And there goes the 277. Time that one a little bit better. Take out his track and penetrate him. He fixes his track, pulls on, pulls back, I should say. Switch targets. Put that one into the 705A. Jagdpanzer kills the Patton, and there's the kill on the 705A. So just like that, we're a 5-2. I've already got 2,436 damage. I should never have locked that shot on. I can't believe I screwed that one up. I should have just fired at the lower plate. 2436 damage, 1880 blocked. Just catch his track with that shot. It was a rush shot. I probably should have let it go. And he knocked my track off too. And now we're all tripping over each other. Of course, there's a Death Star out there, so no one's in a hurry to move up. We also know there's a Yagi 100 out there, because he was spotted earlier. I got the Death Star, put one into the upper part of his turret. Loading, and we're all running into each other again. Get that one through the upper plate. And this is some snap shooting here, because you can see I'm not stopping to aim. I don't want to get hit by a Death Star. 140 takes a shot as he backs off and misses. Pretty sure that shot went high, hit the upper plate. And we're down 6-7. Real quick, we're down 6-7. The enemy team has cleared the river road, and I'm well aware of this at this point, but I don't feel like I can quite turn my back in this situation. But there's an AMX-50B up there. He's in that little spot overlooking the cliff where you can see the cap. Alright, knocked the Yagaru's track off. I did that on purpose. Of course, he repaired it, but that's okay. Lower plate. Not even sure if he can actually see me. That shot missed. That one goes into the lower plate. I don't think he can. I think he just knows roughly where I am. And there's that object 140. Take his track off again, and he immediately repairs it again. That object 140 went up through the middle. And this is at this point I decide I've got 4,000 damage in. I decide at this point I have to start to look to return to base. We can't see the enemy tanks over there. They've got to be closing in. We've got a strong force closing in on the enemy base. Except the Jaeger just took out our 277. We're down 8 to 9. The 113 is also heading back. That 113 and the AMX 50B are in a platoon together. I'd like to put some support fire on these guys, but I just can't get the shots. And now I can't see the Action 10 at all. Alright, I pull back. Start to head back with my fellow heavies. Our Badger and our Jaeger are still down there at the enemy base. But I've got a bad feeling here. Okay, our base is being capped. I've got a bad feeling they're about to get swarmed by medium tanks. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it. If I were down in the south in that nest, maybe, but since I made the decision to turn around and come back to defend the base, there's the T110E5, he's coming up here. That's a problem because if he pushes us, then we can't get the reset. Because we have to deal with him first. It's suicide on his part, but if he suicides at the right time, he saves his cap. Alright, 113 pounds of T1. I get another one into the T1. Of course, the cap is reset at this point. We got all the time in the world. But I'm going to put that one right into the turret cheek of the T-57 Heavy for the kill. E5 comes around the corner, takes a nasty hit, takes 2 nasty hits, and pulls back because he doesn't want to get hit by anybody else. And now it starts to become a game of cat and also cat. Now, let me be blunt. I could have gone around the corner at him. I have the hit points. I take his track off on purpose. I want to see if he'll repair it and pull back. So I start to move forward, and yeah, he repaired it. I could have gone right at him. I have the hit points, but I didn't know if he had medium tank fire support behind him, just waiting for me to come around the corner. And I wasn't prepared to make that move, because I don't know where those medium tanks are. Though one of them has just shown up. That T-62A that I set on fire earlier. It's down there playing with the tank destroyer. Alright. So we take out the E5. And now it's 11-11. Except we've lost our Badger to the Centurion Action 10. And I also inform my guys I'm out of AP. Now that's interesting. The replay's showing me having 1 round of AP left. That is inaccurate. I was out of AP at this point. I had 14 rounds of heat and 6 rounds of HE. Now that's a very dangerous thing, because if you know how ammo works in this game, if you watch, say, my ammo review, you know that heat ammunition gets absorbed by spaced armor. You fire a heat round into the track of a tank, and that track will probably eat it. We just lost our Jaeger. Yep, he got swarmed by 2 mediums and a light while we were up here screwing around with this. But the AMX 50B is covering my rear. The 113 is trying to move up towards the cap, and I'm looking at the other side of the cap based on where the object 140 was last spotted. I was thinking he might try to loop around. But the longer I sit here, the more I'm thinking he looped the other way. He went back towards the, you know, the A8, A9 area. Probably to run back down the river road, group up with his buddies would be my thought. And you see, we're just sitting here. Nothing is happening. And at that point, I said, okay, this isn't right. those medium tanks are going to be coming up on us, and I don't want the 50B to be by himself facing this direction when those medium tanks show up. And it's funny, it was almost as if I was communicating with these guys on voice chat, because the 113 has turned around. He's had the exact same thought. He's coming back this way. So I take kind of an aggressive position. The 50B's got my back, and I decide to move up. And then the 113 asked me to fall back. So I say affirmative, because look, at this point we have to work together to win. We can be easily outmaneuvered, and one of our tanks gets 4 shots and he's out. So I asked, what are you thinking? Because I want to know what's on his mind. Let them come. So his thoughts are those medium tanks are going to roll right up on us all at once and just try to muscle us down at point blank range. And I don't disagree with his thinking. So I take what I feel like is my best defensive position, the 50B, and then there we spotted T62A. And we're like, okay, where are the rest of them? They're not coming. Just him. Where are the others? Where are the others? And then we lose the spot. Well, shit. And then there's the Object 140 back near our base. I asked if that 113 was spotted. He said no. Meanwhile, the 50B kills the T100 LT. It's very important that our 113 wasn't spotted right there, because they don't think that we're... So we don't want them to think that we're all in the same place. Meanwhile, the 113's been directed. Okay, there's that heat ammunition right there. I took that shot, it went right into his track. No damage. If I'd been firing HE, I'd have done something. Alright, the 140's backed off, because now he thinks both heavy tanks are up here, which we are. And I say, let's go get that T62. If he's still there, this is our chance to knock him out. Clock's down to 3 minutes. Everyone agrees, we're on the move. And there's no sign of him. I decide I'm going to take a poke out right here in case he's hiding down in there somewhere. Of course, I don't have much field of view. Nothing spotted, nothing spots me. I turn around and I head back to the base. And we're all thinking the same thing. Alright, so these guys have completely gone a different direction. They're headed back to our base again. That is where the 140 was last spotted. We're also thinking that maybe if the 140 was last spotted there, the other guys aren't far away, and they're going to run up this ramp right behind us. Somebody, yeah, the 50B asked me to take a look. And there's the 2-minute warning. Can't see anything. Nothing spotting me, and I am sticking out past the bush. So, that's it. I'm going down. No time to screw around anymore. And there's the 140. He's all the way over there. Now that's a problem, because he's a ways away, and if we cut over to try to kill him, I just feel like we're going to be pulled way out of this. I'm going up to the Abbey. The 50B is already thinking what I'm thinking. We have a chance. We might have just enough time to get all the way down there, get on the cap circle, and cap this out if all three of us can get there in time. The 113's on the way. He's going through the other direction. 50B's faster, which is, you know, definitely an advantage at this point. Good news is the 110E5 is pretty... Oh, crap. 110E5 is pretty maneuverable. 50B takes a wide berth. Kind of wish he'd gone straight in. And holy crap. There's the Action 10. I don't even stop. I just fire on the move because I'm pretty close range, and I take out that Action 10. 2 enemy tanks left, 36 seconds left. And I've already done the math. We can't cap this out in time, even though we're all going to roll into the cap circle. Once it's down to 30 seconds, there's not enough time. We're literally 6 seconds too late to cap win this. We have 20 seconds to kill the last 2 tanks, and we have no idea where they are. Holy crap. Someone plants one into him, and I somehow connect that shot. I don't even know where it hit him or how it pinned, but it was a heat round. And then there's the 140, and we're out of time. Draw. High caliber award, ace tanker, and a draw. A draw by literally 6 seconds. If we had decided 6 seconds sooner, say that 5 times fast, to go straight for the cap, this would have been a win. But it turned out to be a draw. Might have turned out to be a win. That T62A was right there. He might have gotten a reset. But we eliminated him so quickly, I don't think he would have. Hey everybody, I'd love to see your comments below. I understand. You don't have to tell me. I already know that I was too patient through several parts of this game, and that's what cost us the win. On the other hand, I didn't lose it either, but to me a draw is a loss. But I'd love to see your comments. Like the video, subscribe. A thumbs up would really help me out, and we'll see you next time.